As we dive into the Lifetime Achievement Award winner, I'd like to introduce Dr. Jim Poteet, who is going to introduce our Lifetime Achievement Award winner this evening. Dr. Poteet is the chair of the Small College Basketball Alumni Association. He also happens to be a member of the NAIA Hall of Fame. I'd like to introduce to you my friend, Dr. Jim Poteet. There you go. Take it away.
It's my privilege tonight to introduce the 2022 Small College Basketball Lifetime Achievement winner. Larry Holly has been an achiever his entire life. Born in 1945 in Missouri, he was an honor graduate from Jameson High School, where he was involved in basketball, an all-state player, in track, a miler, in music, a trumpet player and vocalist, in poetry reading, as well as graduating the valedictorian of his class. He entered William Jewell College, where he graduated in 1967. He lettered 4 times each in basketball, cross country, and track. He also played in the concert and pep band and sang in the chapel choir all 4 years. He was a teammate in basketball with Homer Drew of NCAA Division I fame and the father of Scott Drew, the coach of Baylor University and the NCAA 2021 national champions. After graduation, Holly entered the teaching and coaching field, spending 1 year as a high school coach and 48 years as a college head coach. He retired at the end of the 2018-19 season after 40 years as the head coach of his alma mater, William Jewell. His record of 918 wins and 577 losses ranks 10th on the list of wins for 4-year college coaches, and he is now the winningest college coach in the history of the state of Missouri. I'm pleased tonight to present to you your Small College Basketball 2022 Lifetime Achievement recipient, Mr. Larry Holly.
Thank you, sir. Thanks, Coach Poteet. Those are special words from a Hall of Fame coach. After that introduction, I can hardly wait to hear what I have to say. I'm told I need to squeeze my 30-minute speech into 4 to 6 minutes, so here goes. I share this honor with my father, who was a coach and school administrator. I was always in the gym with him and his players, and my love for the game grew from there. And thanks to my biggest and loudest fan, my mother. It was actually her side of the family that had the basketball talent. Her older sister, Bobby, once scored 102 points in a single game. Yes, 102. Bobby's oldest son played at the University of Missouri. I had a cousin who set the single-game scoring record at Northwest Missouri State University, and a cousin who played on Culver Stockton's NAIA national team. Several of my cousins became successful high school basketball coaches, so at family gatherings, basketball was always a topic. I owe so much to so many, and could never name all those who played a part in whatever success I have had in my playing and coaching career. My high school coach, Tom McDaniel, guided our team at Jameson to a 33-1 record and a 3rd place finish in the state tournament my senior year. My college coach, Jim Nelson, led the William Jewell Cardinals to 3 conference titles in my 4 years. My first year of coaching was at Harrisburg, Missouri High School. There I coached 91 games. Let me repeat that. 91 games my first year with no assistant coach. I coached the varsity, JV, and junior high girls. I coached the varsity, JV, and junior high boys. It was a busy time. I spent my remaining 50 years of coaching at the small college level, 6 years at Central Methodist, 4 at Northwest Missouri, 2 as the head coach, and 40 years at my alma mater, William Jewell, where again, I had no full-time assistant coach until my last 3 years. But it was my good fortune to have 34 of the best part-time and volunteer assistants I could ever hope for, led by 19-year assistant Lee Carricker, himself a Hall of Fame coach. I could not have survived without their knowledge, their selfless dedication, and love of the game. I can assure you I learned as much from them as they did from me. To recap a bit, I've coached at the NAIA Division I and II levels and at the NCAA Division II level. I coached against 6 different levels of competition: NCAA Divisions 1, 2, and 3, NAIA Division 1 and 2, and the NCCAA level. In fact, in the 2004-05 season, we defeated opponents from all 6 of those levels. I'm not aware of any other school that has done that in a single season. I've always been a numbers guy and had fun researching and tallying some of these things. I coached over 1,400 games at the small college level. I coached against 37 different opponents in my 6 years at Central Methodist, 21 different opponents in my 2 years as a head coach at Northwest Missouri State, and in my 40 years at William Jewell, we faced 194 different schools. My sincere thank yous also to go to the school administrators who took a chance on me. In fact, I was in my 14th season as a head coach at the college level before my win-loss record percentage got above 500. And most of all, I thank the hundreds of student athletes who overcame my coaching to win those 918 games. 107 of those players went into the coaching profession. It's a joy to follow them and their families through phone calls and emails and texts and Facebook and Zoom calls. Yes, I know how to do all of those. COVID created many challenges for coaches, teachers, businesses, and especially for those who lost friends and family members. For me as a retiree, it gave me the opportunity and time to do something I always talked about and was encouraged to do, that is to write a book. The book isn't all about basketball, nor is it an autobiography, nor a memoir. It's simply stories about my life and people in my life who contributed to my development. I thank my friends and mentors who have supported me throughout the years. And most of all, I thank my family who has ridden this roller coaster ride with me. To Ann, my wife of 31 years, who passed away in 2006. She did a marvelous job raising our 3 daughters while I spent many hours away from home coaching, scouting, and recruiting. My daughter Lauren and her husband Josh are here tonight. And my youngest daughter Lacey is here while her husband Brett is babysitting. My oldest daughter Lindsay and her husband Michael live in Nixon, Missouri, and have 2 teenagers who activities that didn't allow them to be here tonight, but I know they are tuning in. A special thank you to my amazing wife Linda, who is here tonight, and who stepped into a very different lifestyle over 13 years ago. She is a retired school teacher. She taught art. I'm sure my friends knew I needed some culture in my life. She and her 2 daughters and their families have blended quite well with my family. We now have 5 daughters, 9 grandchildren, 8 are girls, and 1 great-granddaughter with another expected in June. She has been a blessing in my life, and my friends know I've outkicked my coverage twice. Let me add my congratulations to the individuals and teams who have been honored tonight. I had the challenge of coaching against Coach Poteet, Coach Lamar, Coach Ritter, Coach McCollum, and Coach Statham. The rivalry between Mid-American Nazarene, coached by Rocky Lamar, and William Jewell was, in my opinion, one of the best in the history of the NAIA. And William Jewell was, a few years ago, Coach Statham at McKendree University, and I set a record for 2 coaches coaching against each other with the most combined wins. Sadly, that record was later broken by a couple of guys by the name of Krzyzewski and Boeheim. I watched Trevor Huggins play at the AAU level in the spring and summer before his senior year. What he, his teammates, Coach McCollum, and his staff have accomplished at Northwest Missouri State may never be matched. And thanks to Coach McCollum, the NCAA Division National Tournament has become the Northwest Missouri State Invitational. Congratulations. I really appreciate Chris McCabe, who followed me as a coach at William Jewell, and his top assistant, Christian Hildebrandt, who was my top assistant my final year at Jewell, for being here tonight and for the great job they're doing with the Cardinals. I can summarize by simply saying I'm a small guy from a small town. Jameson's population was 175 when I lived there. From a small school, there were 10 in my graduating class. I'm going to say it. I was in the upper 10%. I played at a small college, coached at a small high school, and at 3 small colleges. Thank you, John McCarthy, for all you have done and continue to do for small college basketball. You are amazing. You have made sure there is nothing small about small college basketball. And thank you to the committee who selected me for this special award. I'm honored to join NAIA Hall of Famer Larry Lady in receiving this award. I'm very fond of saying every day is a great day to be a Cardinal. Well, today I say every day is a great day to be associated with small college basketball. Thank you very much.